Well, hi, everybody. I'm Ernie Harwell, bringing you St. Louis Cardinal baseball. And this is APBA, the voice of baseball in your home since 1951. We're coming to you from out here at the park where the Cardinals will host the visiting San Francisco Giants. Overall, they now stand at 1-1. This is the third of a three-game set. The Cardinals have won 1 and lost 1. The Cardinals take the field here in the first. Here's how it lines up defensively for the Cardinals. Musial at first base. Hornsby at second. Marion, the shortstop. Boya at third. The outfield consists of Medwick in left field, Brock in center field, and Hayfie over and right. Simmons is behind the plate and pitching for the Cardinals. The starboard-sided Cooper. He can get that big strikeout for you when you need it. He will be facing Giants starter, left-hander ST. We'll tell you about him in the bottom half, so settle in. We're ready to start this game. Here's Alou to lead it off. Matty can be dangerous, looking for his first hit. 0 for 8. He's walked once. Alou waiting for Cooper. Cooper looking in. He lets it go. Alou nubs it in front of home. Simmons pounces on it, drops it, picks it up again, and makes the throw to first. In time. 1 away. Next up, San Francisco hitter Clark. Will comes up there to hit on the year. 1 for 3. Will has a good eye. Now Cooper ready. Cooper brings it to the plate. Breaking ball. Called strike 3. 2 gone. Now at bat, Mays. A hero in the bleachers so far this season. 3 for 8. The big slugger stands in. Cooper is ready to fire it in. The pitch comes in. Hot smash to Hornsby. Takes it on 1 hop. Over to Musial at first for the final out. No runs, no hits, no errors. Midway through the first. Giants, nothing. Cardinal coming up. For the Giants. Overall, they now stand at 1-1. On the league leaderboards, they're 5th in batting. At 197, 3rd. In runs, 4th. In stolen bases, with no. The Giants take the field here in the first. Here's how it lines up defensively for the Giants. Clark at first base. Fuentes at second. Clayton, the shortstop. Williams at third. The outfield consists of Bonds in left field, Mays in center field, and Alou over and right. Haller is behind the plate and warming up to the pin now for San Francisco. The lefty, ST. Brock to lead it off for the Cardinals. Lou can be dangerous. Lou ready. Left-hander, ST ready. ST deals. Brock bounces one toward short. Grabbed on 2 hops by Clayton. Makes the throw. And Brock is out at first for the first out. Now coming to bat for the Cardinals, Medwick. Joe can really kill the ball. To date at bat, 3 for 8, 1 homer, 2 ribbies. It's hard to keep Medwick off the base pass. Medwick gets in there. Haller set. Now
SD
pitches. A shot to left field. Bonds got a great jump. He's back. Reaches up and brings it down. 2 down. The Cardinals have 2 away. Base is empty. Right-handed batter Hornsby steps up to face
SD.
Rogers with dynamite bat control. To date, 3 for 8, 1 homer. Batter facing
SD.
Haller set. He brings it in. Hornsby lofts a routine fly ball to center. Mays drifts under it and hauls it in. Side retired. The Giants retire the side in order. No score. The top of the second inning coming up. The Giants will have Williams, Bonds, and Haller here in the second. To get it going for the Giants here, Williams, he swings from the right. Very dependable power on the season. 3 for 8. Catcher ready. The pitch. Cut on, hit in the air to right. Hafey drifts over, taps the glove. And Williams is gone. 1 down. Here comes Bonds to take his cuts. Barry, a strong hitter to date at bat. 1 for 6. When the Giants need a base runner, Bonds is the man. Bonds steps in. Cooper gets set to pitch. The offering to Bonds. Upstairs with a fast one. Bonds doesn't offer, and that's ball number 4. And Bonds will get down to first. That was Bonds' first walk of the season. Next batter, Haller. A steady hitter so far. 2 for 7. Simmons talking with Cooper. They want to hold Bonds close. Cooper gets set to pitch. First baseman Musial is on the bag. Bonds with a substantial lead. Now Cooper comes home with it. It's hit sharply on the ground. Marion. The Hornsby to Musial. Yes! 2 for the price of 1 for the final out. For the Giants, nothing across. No score. We head for the bottom of the second inning. Musial, Boyer, and Hafey to bat next. Here's Musial to start it off. He bats from the left side. One of the toughest hitters around on the year. 2 for 7, 1 homer, 2 ribbies. He's walked once. Stand very discriminating at the plate. Batter waits. Catcher Haller sets his target. The pitch. Swung on, looped toward second. Fuentes back, and he makes the catch. And there's 1 away. Now coming up, Boyer. Ken, a strong hitter. This is his 3rd game to date. 0 for 6. He'll wait for his pitch. Batter set. Left-handed
SD.
goes to the set position.
SD.
Comes home. A high drive to deep to center. Mays has it all the way. 2 gone. Next batter, Hafey. He is dangerous. This is his 2nd game to date. 0 for 1. Hafey waiting from
SD. SD.
looking in. The pitch. Fly ball, left center. Not too deep. Bonds coming on. Reaches out. Can't get it. It bounds away from him. And Hayfield will make second standing. For Hayfield, his first double of the season. And that's his first hit this season. 2 down, second inning, 1 on. Simmons now walks out the bat, batting 7th. A bat to watch. So far this season, 1 for 8. Left-handed SD goes to the set position. Hayfield stretching his lead. The pitch from SD. Routine fly ball to right. This should do it. Alou camps in his tracks, and he covers it. The line for the Cardinals. No runs on 1 hit. They leave 1. No score in the game. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Bottom of the lineup, Clayton, Fuentes, and SD coming up. Clayton will start the 3rd. Royce can hit. This is his 2nd game. To date, he is 0 for 3. The batter stands in. Cooper prepared to work. Cooper fires it in. In the air to center. No cause for alarm. Brock has it in his sights, and he tucks it away. 1 down. One gone, 3rd inning. Now Fuentes to face Cooper. Against Cooper, he'll bat left. A trusty bat. To date at bat 2 for 7. He has 2 RBIs. Pitcher Cooper set to go. Cooper brings it to the plate. Breaking ball, swung on. Driven to left. Medwick is running back. He's got a beat on it and makes the catch. 2 away. SD, bat in hand. Sean taking his first at bat of the season. Cooper ready. Now he comes home with it. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. That's 3 away. The Cardinals retire the side in order. Still no score in the game. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Marion, Cooper, and Brock to bat next. Marion starts it for the Cardinals. You can't afford to take him too lightly. To date, batting 1 for 2. He's walked once. Catcher ready. The pitch. A high drive to deepest center. Mays has it all the way. 1 down. Well, pitcher Cooper up. Mort taking his first at bat of the season. Cooper steadies his bat. Left-hander SD ready. The pitch. Routine grounder to second. Fuentes scoops it. Flips to first. Bad throw. But Clark gets his foot on the bag. 2 down. Here comes Brock to take his cuts. Brock waits. Haller sets up. And the pitch comes in. Fly ball center field. Plenty of room. Mays is there and takes it in. Side retired. SD sets them down in order. 3 in the books here in St. Louis. Still no score in the game. We go to the top of the 4th inning. The Cardinals will face the top of the order here in the 4th. Alou, Clark, and Mays. Alou to lead it off. Cooper looking home. Cooper comes to him. Grounded to the right side, and Hornsby gloves it. The throw in plenty of time for out number 1. Now Clark to face Cooper, left side batter. Clark is a guy who will battle you to get on. Catcher ready. The pitch. Popped up. Back toward the screen. Simmons throws off his mask. It's playable. And he covers it. And that's the second out. Well, next to bat for San Francisco is Mays from the right. Cooper looking home. He delivers. Lofted down the line to right. Hafey digging. He has room and makes the one-handed grab. 3 down. So the Giants go down 1-2-3. Still no score in the game. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The big hitters coming up against ST. 2, 3, 4. Medwick, Hornsby, and Musial. Medwick leading it off. The slugger stands in. Pitcher ST set to go. To the plate. Off the end of the bat, Clark moves for it, and he spears it, races to the bag. In time for the out. 1 down. Now at bat, Hornsby. When the Cardinals need a base runner, Hornsby is the man. Left-hander ST ready. The pitch. Long fly to center. He's going. He's going. He reaches out. Just out of reach. Mays chases it down. But Hornsby will make second easily. For Hornsby, his first double of the season. For St. Louis, 1 down. Hornsby on second. We have Musial to bat for the Cardinals. He bats from the left side. He's their cleanup hitter. Musial relaxes himself at the plate. ST sets up on the rubber again. ST gets set to pitch. Now he comes home with it. It's a moonshot, right field. Alou over. He's got lots of room. Waits. Waits. And brings it in. Hornsby is tagging. Alou sets. But they're holding him at second as the throw comes in. Moya up to hit. 2 gone. Hornsby on second for St. Louis. Hornsby at second could score on a single. Moya ready. ST now set. He lets it go. Swung on. Big K. And Moya is retired. 3 down. For the Cardinals, no runs on 1 hit. They leave 1. They waste the base runner. 4 complete here in St. Louis. Still scoreless. Giants due to bat. For San Francisco, it'll be Williams, Bonds, and Haller. Williams will start the 5th. Matt made an out in his first at bat. In the box now. Now Cooper ready. The pitch. Swung on, blooped toward second. Hornsby back, and he makes the catch. 1 down. One down. Bonds up to hit. Bonds walked his first time up. Barry does get on. Bonds waiting for Cooper. Right-hander Cooper ready. Cooper brings it. Way outside. Bonds draws a base on balls. All right, Haller up the bat. 1 away. Runner on first. Scoreless tie. Haller is 0 for 1. On at first, Barry with dazzling speed. Cooper on the rubber. Simmons set. First baseman Musial perched right in front of the bag. Bonds is off and running. He brings it home. 9 to Cooper. It's off his glove. Haller races down the line. No play. Bonds holds up at second for San Francisco. The first hit in this game. And that puts the go-ahead run in scoring position. Well, one away. Bonds at second. Haller at first for San Francisco. Right-handed batter Clayton now walks out to bat. Respectable power. Royce has 1 RBI on the season. Cooper put on the rubber. Checks Bonds at second. The runners take their lead. Here's a pitch. Grounded hard at Moya. He's up with it. He goes to second for 1. Back to first. Yes! Double play. And they get out of the inning. The half for the Giants. No runs, 1 hit. They leave 1. So it's still zip-zip after 4.5. The Cardinals will have Hafey, Simmons, and Marion here in the 5th. To get it going for the Cardinals here, Hafey, he's a right-handed batter. Chick, 1 for 1. Batter facing
ST.
left-hander
ST.
ready.
ST.
Brings it to the plate. Banged to left center. Bonds is running to the gap. Mays is racing over. Bonds calls him off and makes the catch. 1 away. Cardinal hitter Simmons. Simmons 0 for 1. Ted can get on.
ST.
Looking in at the target.
ST.
Now. Fly ball hit the left. Bonds drifts over. He camps under it. Taps the glove. And makes the catch. 2 away. Next up, St. Louis hitter Marion. Marty made an out in his first at bat. Left-hander
ST.
ready.
ST.
Kicks and deals. Routine grounded to second. He's up with it. He flips the Clark, and they get him for the 3rd out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and at the end of 5. Complete here in St. Louis. Still no score in the game. We go to the top of the 6th inning. For San Francisco, it'll be Fuentes,
ST.
and Alou. Fuentes will start the 6th. Tito 0 for 1. Cooper prepared to work. Cooper winds and fires. It's hop to the right side. Musial feels it on the big bounce. He will flip to Cooper. And Fuentes is retired. Here comes
ST.
to take his cuts.
ST.
Waits. Cooper looking home. Here's a pitch.
ST.
Is called out on strikes. 2 away. Two away, 6th inning. We have Alou coming up to hit. He bats left. Alou, decent bat control. Alou has done nothing in 2 trips. Batter facing Cooper. Catcher Simmons sets his target. The pitch. The heater, it's in there. That's 3 away. For the Giants, 3 up, 3 down. So it's still zip-zip after 5.5. Cooper, Brock, and Medwick to bat next. Pitcher Cooper to lead it off. And the fans are giving him a big hand. Cooper now ready. Haller set.
ST.
Into the wind. Cooper started the swing. Did he hold up? They check with the first base ump. A base on balls from Cooper, and that's the first walk issued by
ST.
That was Cooper's first walk of the season. Brock, bat in hand. Lou is 0 for 2. Cooper at first, not a threat on the pass. He would be the go-ahead tally.
SD.
On the rubber.
SD.
Staring in. Ready to work. Now
SD.
comes home with it. Swung on. Grounded hard to short. Off his chest. He picks it up. Throws quickly to first. One away. And Cooper hugs second. Medwick walks up. One out. Runner on second. For St. Louis. Scoreless tie. Joe is hitless in 2 at-bats.
SD.
Is on the slab.
SD.
Comes set. Quick move to the plate. Grounded deep into the hole. Clayton is over. Stabs for it. He stops it. Long throw to first. 2 away. And Cooper moves to third. The go-ahead run is now on third. 1 on. Next up, Hornsby. He already has a double in this game. Awesome power. Way awesome.
SD.
Sets up on the rubber again. Ball laid behind his back. He brings it in. Hornsby drives one down the left field line. If it stays fair. And it's gone. Home run for Hornsby. And 2 runs scored. So Hornsby has his second homer of the season. The Cardinals have their first big runs, and the Cardinals break the tie and now lead 2-0 here in the 6th. And Hornsby now has 3 runs batted in on the season. Now coming to bat for the Cardinals, Musial stands 0 for 2. The big slugger stands in. Haller crouched down now. He delivers. Batted slowly toward first. Clark feels it and feeds
SD.
coming over for the putout. For the Cardinals, 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors. They slip into the lead. The score is 2-0 as we go to the top of the 7th inning. And here comes the artillery for San Francisco. Clark, Mays, and Williams. To get it going, Clark. Cooper ready. Cooper into the wind. Swung on, lined at Musial. Caught. And Clark is gone. 1 down. Well, San Francisco now sends Mays to bat from the right. When the Giants need a base runner, Mays is the guy they want up there. The big slugger stands in. Cooper looking home. The pitch. Mays goes down swinging. 2 away. Right-handed hitter Williams gets set to bat against Cooper. Williams is hitless in 2 at-bats. Williams steps in. Cooper will go to work on him. And the pitch comes in. Squibber in front of the plate. Simmons grabs it. Fires to first. And Williams is retired. 3 away. No runs, no hits, no errors. Midway through the 7th. The score still 2-0. Cardinals leading. Okay, folks, on your feet. Take a break for the 7th inning stretch. Moya, Hayfield, and Simmons due up for St. Louis. Leading off, Moya. Exceptional power. Haller sets up. And the pitch comes in. Slow bounder up the middle. Clayton is over. Good bounce. The throw to first. Bounces in the dirt. Clark scoops it. And it pops out of his mitt. Moya is safe at first. That should be an error on Clayton. And it is E6. Here's Hafey. Moya on it first. Exceptional power. Esty staring in, ready to work. He brings it home. Towering fly ball. Back goes Bonds. He snags it, and there's one away. Moya gets back to first. For St. Louis, one gone. Moya on it first. Simmons up. He has some power. The hitter stands in. Haller sets up. They're holding Moya. But he's well off the bag. The pitch, high and tight. The ump says ball 4. And Ted will get down to first. And that's only the second walk issued by Esty. That was Simmons' first walk of the season. All right, for St. Louis. 2 on, first and second. 1 down. Right-handed batter Marion now walks out to bat. Catcher ready. Esty brings it upstairs, and Marion isn't tempted. Ball number 4. And he takes his base. That fills the bases. One gone. Bases choked. The bottom of the 7th inning. St. Louis now sends Cooper to bat from the right. He stands in. Esty on the rubber. Brock waits on deck. Esty will go to work on him. Infield back at double play depth. The runners take their lead. The pitch. Cooper swings and lifts it to center. A routine chance for Mays. And that's all for Cooper. The runners are tagging. Moya coming down the line. Simmons is holding. Here comes a throw home. Here's a play at the plate. And he's just safe under the tag. And Moya just outran the ball. And Simmons holds it second. Marion holds it first. And the Cardinals now lead 3-0. Okay, Simmons at second. Marion at first. 2 away. We have Brock to bat for the Cardinals. He bats from the left side. Brock is 0 for 3. Brock stands in. And here comes Giants manager McCoy. He's asking Esty for the ball. On his way to the mound is Lavelle, the left-hander. So Esty goes 6 2/3. The game for Esty. 3 runs, 2 earned on 3 hits. A homer, walk 3, 1 strikeout. He's responsible for the runners. He can only lose it. For Lavelle, this is his first appearance. He's a southpaw. He's looking for 1 out. Lavelle takes a few warm-up pitches. He's rubbing up the ball. We're ready to go. Brock gets in there. Catcher ready. The runners take their lead. The delivery high. Ball 1. Brock ready to take on Lavelle again. Now Lavelle ready. The runners take their lead. The pitch swung on. Big K. And Brock is retired. 3 down. For the Cardinals, a run on no hits. The Giants made an error. They leave 2. They add a little padding. Cardinals over the Giants. 3-0. And they'll try to protect that lead in the 8th. For San Francisco, it'll be Bonds, Haller, and Clayton. Bonds will lead off the 8th. Giants need to put men on base now. Bonds is a table setter. Bonds now ready. Cooper focuses in on the target. And now the pitch. Right in there. He's called out on strikes. Must have been looking for something else. One away. One out. Here's Haller. Haller has a hit in 2 trips. 1 run won't do it for the Giants. Cooper prepared to work. The pitch. A healthy cut by Haller, but he sends it straight up. Simmons flings his mask aside and cradles the ball. And that's out number 2. Well, it's now Clayton to bat. Royce has done nothing in 2 trips. Next up, Fuentes and Lavelle. Cooper gets set to work on him. Cooper fires it in. Swung on, hit to Medwick in deep left. He's back. Plenty of room. Takes a couple of steps to his left and brings it in. 3 away. So the Giants go down 1-2-3. The score is still 3-0 St. Louis as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. San Francisco will now face the St. Louis string. Medwick, Hornsby, and Musial. Here's Medwick to start it off. That's right. Medwick waiting. Bat stirring slightly. Now Lavelle ready. The pitch. Wrap right back to the mound. Lavelle waves at it. Oh, he caught it backhanded. He doesn't realize he caught it. Now he does, and he makes the snap throw to first. Got him. One away, 8th inning. Next to bat for St. Louis is Hornsby from the right, hitting third. Hornsby waiting for Lavelle. Pitcher Lavelle set to go. Lavelle deals. Base hit right field, and Hornsby will hold it first as the throw comes into second. He's on with a single. Third hit for Hornsby in the game. 1 down, 8th inning, 1 on. Musial gets set to face Lavelle, batting left. The big slugger stands in. Catcher Haller sets his target. Lavelle deals. Swung on, hard bounce at Fuentes. And he boots it. The ball rolls into the outfield. Hornsby is going for third. He'll make it. And Musial reaches. Fuentes picks up an error. 2 errors now for San Francisco. Next to bat for St. Louis is Boya from the right. For St. Louis, Hornsby on third. Musial on first. 1 down. Boya steps up to the plate. Lavelle looking home. Infield deep. Hornsby takes his lead at third. Lavelle comes home. Popped up behind third. Clayton is over into foul territory. Waves off Williams and makes the catch. And that's the second out. Two on, the bottom of the 8th inning. Hayfie will bat next for St. Louis. Lavelle prepared to work. Hornsby takes his lead at third. Now the delivery. Hayfie hits a frozen rope. Straightaway center. Mays backs up a couple of steps, and he reaches up and grabs it for the putout. The half for the Cardinals. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. They leave 2. They cannot add to their lead. The score still 3-0. Cardinals leading. For San Francisco, here in the 9th, Fuentes, Lavelle, and Alou. Fuentes will lead off the 9th against Cooper. He'll bat left. Giants need to put men on base now. Tito waits. Coming into play, second base for the Cardinals is Shane Deans. Hornsby leaves the game. Simmons set. Cooper comes to him. Grounded to second. He's there. Plenty of time, and he throws him out. And that's out number one. Lavelle is scheduled to hit. We'll have to see if he stays in the game. Lavelle getting ready to go. Gary taking his first at bat of the season. Simmons sets up. Giants manager McCoy looking at his score sheet. McCoy is yanking Lavelle. He's sending McCovey to the plate. Matt's left. He shoulders the bat and heads toward the plate. Lavelle pitched 1 1/3. The line on him, no runs on one hit. Giants hitter McCovey, awesome power. Way awesome. Looking for his first hit. Nothing in 8 trips. He's walked twice. McCovey has a lot of ways to get on. The Giants have to get busy with the bat. McCovey steps up to the plate. Cooper looking in at the target. Here's the pitch. High and tight. The ump says ball 4. And McCovey will get down to first. One on. Next up, Alou. He's their leadoff hitter. Even a homer by Alou wouldn't be enough. They need more base runners. Right-hander Cooper ready. Now the pitch. Alou squibs it to the left side. A swinging bunt. Boya charges it, picks it up, guns it to first, and they get him. 2 away. McCovey moves to second on the play. 2 outs, 9th inning, 1 on. The next Giants batter is Clark. He's a left-handed batter. Clark 0 for 3. Clark is a feared offensive threat. Time's really running out for the Giants. Mays waits on deck, kneeling, chin on his hand, staring out. Cooper prepares to come home. The pitch comes in. Lifted high to left. Medwick is drifting toward the line, and he hauls it in. And that's the last out of the game. So the Cardinals have won the ball game, spurred on by the disciplined leadership of McCoy. Cooper has the shutout. A complete game. And a beautiful one hitter. That's his first shutout of the season. Here's the line for the Cardinals. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors. They leave 6 for the Giants. No runs on 1 hit. They committed 2 errors, and they leave 2. Cooper gets the win, his first. His record now 1-0. ST takes the loss, his first. His record now 0-1. So that winds up this 3-game series. Cardinals take the series 2-1 for the Cardinals. Overall, they now stand at 2-1. The Giants overall 1-2. Bye for now, everybody. This is WAPBA and Ernie Harwell saying so long from St. Louis. Final score, St. Louis Cardinals 3, San Francisco Giants nothing.
All right, there we go, guys. So second little baseball video today, and welcome in Derek Bain. Derek, we'll talk about Derek here for a few minutes, but we're going to be arranging to have him on some night. So I'll be announcing that throughout some broadcasts. Going to work out what works best for his time schedule. You're not going to want to miss it. So an H-Field, H-Field 07, I almost made you a secret agent, man. So welcome in as well. Let me just get to our box score here so we can just have something to look at. All right, so Derek, he says here he picked up an Apple II version in 1986, but unfortunately sold it along with the Apple back in the 90s to finance your new PC clone. Ouch. So, guys, just there was no contest at all. And it's kind of funny, Derek, because I mentioned you last night in our kind of 4-hour chin wag that devolved from baseball into God knows what. But I had mentioned you by name last night, so it's kind of very the stars are in alignment, if you will, that you popped in here today. Because I mentioned to the community last night that I'd really love to have you on for a chat, interview, whatever. Guys, Derek Bain is Hardball Retro. Great. This is the guy. You want to talk about retro baseball sims, whatever it is. Derek is the man. Fantastic resource. And just a great guy, all around. Got to sort of know him through, I know him, as it were, in Facebook, and just great stuff. And so this is, we'll give you guys, it's hardball baseball. It's a hardball retrospective. I'm going to bring this up here for you guys. Let me see if I can, let me see. It's going to make me log in, and that's fine. So I'll show you the Facebook thing. This is a book by Derek Bain. This is awesome. Let me bring this over so you guys can see. This is the Facebook page for it. And so Hardball Architects, let me zap this up a little bit more so everybody can see it. So you can see this awesome Hardball retrospective, and you see these screen caps of just, tons of games. What is it? Here's 5, there's 40 games just shown right here, right? And just great stuff. My counting is so bad today. I'm sorry, 45 games. But Derek covers it all, guys. And if you are into retro baseball sims, the whole thing, this man is the authority. And I mean, I don't say that lightly. You know what? Like this page, if you're on Facebook, I'm gonna put this link in the chat. And FAC Sports Desk coming in, and he's doing such a great job. Doing software testing for the superb pocket pennant run baseball. So this is going to be a real treat for you guys. We can see. I don't know if I probably get a copyright strike. So Derek, here we go. We're gonna try to. Maybe I need to share my audio for this. I want you guys to hear this. Truth Hurts Wilkie says that he never got into baseball for Windows, even though we have so many kind of clunky to play it. So, and hopefully we can talk about this with Derek. I've heard that issue leveled at the game, but I think if you look at it this way, and this is just my opinion right now, what makes it, I think, kind of challenging for people is its modular nature. So you look at it as a similar game. Let's look at its direct competition would be Strat PC baseball. So my issue is I think it's clunky because the user interface is awful. I used to own that game, and you guys who have been followers and part of this channel know for a long time why I don't play it anymore is because Strat's awful customer service, and that's why I quit playing that game. Is it a good game? Yes. However, that being said, I think baseball for Windows, because of its modularity, once you can get into that sort of paradigm, it starts to become easy. And I will offer as my proof community member Aaron Reed. Aaron is sightless, 100%. And so he came into the channel one day, this was a couple of years ago, and just had a baseball for Windows game on. And he said, wow, this would be a perfect game. Where can I get it? Blah, 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 blah. And, I believe in paying it forward. So bought it for him. Within 2 days, here is this sightless person who is able to navigate every single module, everything in baseball for Windows. I was blown away because what I did first is I picked up Action PC baseball for him, thinking, all right, this is going to be pretty easy to navigate. Everything's right there. The main menus for Action PC baseball, as you guys know, are the red ones at the top, and then on top of that are the deeper menus. So, and Aaron was, again, he uses there's different types of software that sightless people use. and he was able to navigate. And I thought, what the hell? The worst I'm going to be at that time. The game was what, $28 APBA. Let's get him that, and I gave him some seasons that I created in the Fan Park Encyclopedia, and he was off to the races. 2 days later, he's like, I can do it. And so I would say that if Aaron can do it without benefit of sight, on the flip side, again, so I have a master's in education, turned down a doctorate, but my specialty was online learning, instructional design. And so part of that is the idea that any person using your app or your website or whatever should be able to use it with minimal to no guidance. Then you've got a great user interface. And I remember when I first bought Strat PC, and again, let me reiterate, nothing wrong with the Strat game engine. They've been around since 1961. They're doing it right. But I found myself wanting to do certain things. So I spent a lot of money in the game. And one of the things I bought was the Career Historical Disc. So I thought, this is fun. While it's nowhere near as good as the Baseball History Collection and Action PC, it still allows you to do some really cool things, as long as you're willing to deal with the inherent faults of the CHD. Anyhow, I'm trying to create, my own version of some all-time great franchise teams or whatever. And it was insane. I had so many questions that I put into the Strat community, doing all types of research, how to do this. And, with APBA, when I bought APBA PC Baseball, it was super simple. It was like, wow, I can do this. Unfortunately, the Fan Park Encyclopedia, I would just say it's available out there on the internet if you are creatively searching the internet Wayback Machine, but the actual product you can't buy anymore. I still have my copy, and I create all my stuff on a virtual machine on an old laptop that I bought specifically for doing Fan Park types of stuff. But I found it very, very easy to use. I basically had populated the teams in there, use APBA's migration tool, bring them into this newer machine, and just able to just do the rest of the stuff. But again, to each his own, But back to Derek, guys, this is superb stuff. I want to show you some screenshots here. So look at this. Derek covers it all. And a lot of these games I'm going to be showing you guys next week in our Super Bowl baseball spectacular whatever, right? So let me pop this up here a little. No, that's about all I can do. So you can look here quickly, though, just some of the games. High Heat. A lot of you guys, I played High Heat back in the day, right? There's Tony La Russa baseball. There's the great Earl Weaver baseball. Micro league baseball games he covers. Looks down here, you got all kinds of great stuff. So this isn't just like computer games that he covers. Let's let me see here. Come on. It's going to be okay. It's going to be really weird. So here we go. He's the author of Baseball Books, Hardball Retrospective, Hardball Retrospect Architects, Volume 1, American League Teams, and Volume 2, National League Teams. This is really, really, really good stuff. What can you say? So here's some of the pictures, and just kind of going through here. Great. And you can go to also the website here. Let's go to tutarasoftware.com, baseball analytics. I want you guys to see this as well, and why I'm so chuffed that Derek has agreed to come on. I really want to make this a thing that people know in advance. I don't just want to pop on at some point and say, hey, we got Derek Bain here today, whatever. Tape saturator. So he says he has the baseball board game. Okay, he says stay away from PC Strat also. Pricing model, limiting copy protection, even though the engine is okay. Absolutely. So Derek here saying, and we'll go ahead and highlight this. And welcome in, Tape Saturator. Good to see you. Paul says he loves Ernie Harwell's commentary. And that's really, I think, important, Paul, because so unlike games like Action PC Baseball that just use that abysmal, Microsoft narrator, this was more than just a narrator. And remember, guys, we're talking mid-90s technology. This game not only had an intelligent reactive crowd, but also the Ernie Harwell commentary itself was just crazy what they were able to do, and it's kind of an AI in its own, in a way that you see how the nice little things that they throw in there, that the Harwell commentator is reacting to the game, will track things that have happened, things like that, which the Microsoft narrator here in 2025 can't do it. So hats off to Miller Associates for doing that. And I kind of wish that, I know that I guess John Hurston bought the company back, or I'm not sure of the whole arrangement, but I wish John would have, or APBA would have allowed the game to evolve. Derek and I mentioning, talking in the comments as I was typing while the game was going on, that I believe wholeheartedly that even as gorgeous, and it is gorgeous, as MLB The Show is, you can play about 5 games of MLB The Show and you've heard the entire commentary. I've been playing this game since the mid-90s, and I still hear Ernie say things that I've never heard before. It's so incredible. So, guys, this is good stuff. So, introducing Hardball Retro's Compendium of Baseball, Video Games, and Electronic Handhelds. So that's what we're seeing down here in that bottom picture I was showing you guys. It's available at Amazon for $29.99 for the paperback and $9.99 for the Kindle. Celebrating 50 years of our pixelated national pastime, this compendium documents the pertinent details from baseball video games. And it really, really does. As Derek says, he needs to add Hardball Retro's Compendium of Baseball, Video Games, and Electronic Handhelds. Yes, you do. Into your intro. You got to talk it up, man. You got to talk it up. But what you're also going to see here, guys, is all kinds of posts and stuff like this that, Derek gets on here and answers. Like, look at this. Right. So, and you have, like, if you're running emulators, which I do, look at this. For Tony La Russa's Ultimate Baseball tutorial, create and edit teams. I've shown you sites where you guys can get this, legit sites like old-games.com. You can pick up these great games. Derek goes into depth. Look at this. Creating and editing teams for Earl Weaver Baseball. When I was in college, that's what we did. So there were 8 of us, and we literally took our Amiga computers to each other's, like, whether it be a dorm room or what have you. And so whoever was the home team. So we actually picked up our computers and went over there and we created teams. And this is, if you are into, and these games, man, it doesn't matter that they're old. I mean, look how many of you guys are, been really chuffed about a relatively new game that's only been, not supported for 10 years, Pure Sim Baseball, that is available for free in our Ned McGreevy Discord. These games are still very fun, very viable today. You got, for some, you do got to get in and get your hands dirty, like the Tony La Russa series, and its sort of wonderful stepchild, if you will, Old Time Baseball, which I've shown on this channel, and you'll see again next week. Tons of videos on here. Guys, get the books. They're great. If you're a Kindle person, that's fine. I prefer hardback books myself and paperback books, but look at this stuff, man. There's just incredible resources around here. And Derek is just a great guy, very, very insightful. This is a love of baseball right here, and this is the guy that you want to check out. And I'm really chuffed that he's agreed to come on at some point. So I think it's going to be great, guys. Quite a lot of people play baseball for Windows. Yeah. So if you go to Delphi forums, because again, I'm not trying to make this a John Hurston slam session. He could be doing so much more with the game. There are no forums on the Apple website, but if you go to the Delphi forums, there's a pretty robust community out there. Now, that being said, the one thing I'm still trying to figure out in Baseball for Windows is how to create ballparks, because it's a strangely convoluted process. And one of the reasons I want to do it is, you guys know my sort of wheelhouse is dead ball era baseball, but I want to do some more modern baseball, with Baseball for Windows. And the thing is, you can't even buy Riverfront Stadium. And I've been to the APBA Zip site, which a lot of people made homebrew ballparks. Riverfront's not available there. And it's like, I don't want to do a 1970s something with, even though I'm a Pirates fan, I don't want to do 1970s and have the Reds playing in Crosley Field. I want them in Riverfront. But there's a step that just doesn't make sense to me. So there you go. But guys, all kinds of amazing things here to check out. So that link, if you're on Facebook, you know what, like, follow Hardball Retro. And here we go. I mean, this is so much here. Full Count Baseball. All right. So, you know, there's been a whole big thing, you know, with everybody playing Full Count Baseball, Lance Hafner, right? Well, there you go. There's a Facebook group for this baseball game, right? And again, Derek goes into great detail here. How about Computer Status Pro Baseball? Create, edit teams. SSI, this is an old timer. I have it, but this is the game right here. Micro League Baseball. This is the thing that got me into baseball gaming, not cards and dice. It was this game. As a kid, I'm like, oh, got to go get this, and actually drove 45 miles. There was only one shop that had it, and it was 45 miles away from me. The Gem Owner Disc, which I have, and again, you can find this legitimately out there. I don't know how many people actually have a Commodore 64. I know that this can be re-released. You can't go wrong. Oh, Derek, it's all true, man. It is all true. So you're most welcome. Thank you. So is the Ernie commentary still on it? Must get it again. Yeah, it is. And it's up to version 6.0, Paul. So another thing that John's not doing is letting the wider baseball simulation community know, hey, my game's still available. If I had $10 for everybody that came on this channel, Paul, saying, wow, what a blast of nostalgia. You know, I really wish this game was still available. It's like, it is for $28 on the APBA site. What's not available is the Fan Park Encyclopedia. So when the Miller brothers were bought out, one of the things that APBA did was they removed the Fan Park Encyclopedia, which in itself was a CD version. I'm sure Derek knows about it, right? The Fan Park Encyclopedia for baseball for Windows. Hey, MV, how you doing? Welcome in, mate. Good to see you. They removed that. What that allowed you to do, so it was like Baseball Reference on a CD. You could do really cool things just with the Fan Park Encyclopedia, comparing players across eras and stuff like that. It was a brilliant tool, but it also allowed you to, using the Fan Park Encyclopedia, you could, you know, whatever baseball season or what if. So that thing that you saw there is actually a homebrew. And it's an all-time greats league, but it splits up teams. Like the Brooklyn Dodgers have their own team, and the LA Dodgers have their own team. San Francisco Giants, New York Giants. So, and that's why when you saw the Giants, there was no Christy Mathewson, guys like that. Whatever, splits them up. You could create pretty much anything with that, and I think APBA realized, whoa, you know, these are. You know, we're basically letting people create their own seasons, and so they're not buying them. But it's out there. I don't know, you know, again, what your stand is on abandonware, its legality or not. I know I have a legit copy, but you can find the Fan Park Encyclopedia. I will tell you though, to work with it, you're going to need to install a virtual machine. And a lot of people don't want to go down that road. So, but yeah, the Ernie Harwell commentary is there. And Ernie's commentary works for names from 1871 to 1997, which was the seasons that were on the Fan Park Encyclopedia. As you move closer to our time, and so, you know, like, so Shohei Ohtani, right? What they do is with all the things that Ernie Harwell did, right? Saying the entire alphabet, all these numbers for batting averages and home runs and everything, first and last names of everybody that played. Imagine what a Herculean task even that is. And then adding in all the snippets and, you know, from broadcast. And as Derek talked about, you know, splicing things together. The game was a masterpiece. Still is a masterpiece. And it's better than APBA Go, their web-based thing, which is just the APBA basic game. This is based on the master game that you guys saw. Anyhow, it is still available. So pick it up. It's so much fun. So micro league baseball, right? Derek says he spent hours creating teams with the GM owner desk. So did I. Oh my God, it was so much fun. So again, tutorial here for this for micro league baseball, and you can find it. But this is, my God. So there's old time baseball. There it is, man. I got explained to you guys that old time baseball began as what we would call now DLC, but this was an expansion disc for Tony La Russa Baseball 3. And it proved to be so popular. Stormfront Studios, before they were eaten up by Evil Empire EA, created old time baseball and had the greatest packaging. Derek, I'm sure you remember the package, right? The box, you would open it, and there was a little cheap music box inside, and it played Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Had a nice sort of hefty manual the way computer games had, back in the 90s and so forth. And it was just brilliant. So, I mean, we could be here all day just talking about Derek's site or Hardball Retro, his site. So check out the Facebook page. And I am also, we're going to go into, let me just get this in here for you guys as well, so that you can check it out. I really think you should pick up the book. Again, if you're a Kindler, it's $10, and the books are $10, and what you're getting is absolutely incredible. So let me put this in here. There we go. Boom. Yes, yeah, indeed, Derek, you're absolutely right. So the Time Machine in Old Time Baseball was similar to the Fan Park Encyclopedia. Surprisingly, it was a very, very deep game. So, right, Tony La Russa Baseball, you were basically just getting that season. So I think it was, 1993 or 94? Because there's a Tony La Russa Baseball 96. So it was 1995. Came with one season, you could do drafting and stuff. But the Time Machine created something amazing. So not only did you have that similarity to the Fan Park Encyclopedia, and you can do fantasy drafts in that thing. Guys, we could have done Ned McGreevy League in old time baseball. I mean, it's that robust. But also that Time Machine was revolutionary then. Now we're used to baseball games normalizing to eras. But old time baseball offered that. It split the game into eras, dead ball, golden age, whatever. But you also could normalize to a specific year. And we're talking, a 1995 game. So, at least for me, baseball for Windows and old time baseball were very, very, very important moments in baseball gaming history. And it was I was so chuffed to watch the interview that APBA, I believe it was APBA that did it, with Don Daglow, who was the chief developer of old time baseball and all these other great baseball games that we played back in the day. Don Daglow, how about it? Yep. Yep. Allowed you to adjust for the error. There's Aaron Reed. Aaron was talking about you too. So good stuff. Again, Derek's a good guy. I've never met him personally. Hope someday to get to do that. But along with his books and all these great tutorials and everything, maybe you guys will go back on and go back and pick up some of these games maybe that you played back in the day, and you're going to be absolutely astounded at the resources that what Derek offers you, not only in his history, which I think is fascinating, because of all the sports games, I think baseball is the best one to sim. Bernie Strom, again, another great channel, but, Bernie, a member of our community, has talked about that more people sim baseball than the other sports combined. And it makes sense. It's the most statistically intensive game, and arguably the richest history of any American team sport. So Derek says he can talk about baseball sims for hours. And so, guys, hours are something we have no shortage of here. So just check it out, please, guys. And I will be, working out with Derek here soon when, what are good days, times for him, whatever. We'll pick a day, time. And I'll be really kind of, hyping this up because you guys will enjoy it. You will really, really enjoy it. Buckle up, man. This is just great stuff. So, just to remind you before I jump off here, the previous video to this, I showed you guys part 1 in Pearson baseball, working at the team level to create a league of teams. So I did, just a bunch of different, teams from all over just the 1990s. Part 2 of the tutorial will be working at the player level. Just a little bit more involved, but we'll show you how to draft or create fantasy teams from all the seasons that are available in that particular game from 1900 to 2014. Again, freely available in our Ned McGreevy Discord. Part 3, we're going to go over ballparks in a very, very focused video, because ballparks and Pearson baseball, that's the one that really, really trips everybody up. But with the working at the player level, I'll be able to show you guys in a way how the Fan Park Encyclopedia worked in baseball for Windows. So got a lot of stuff coming up. Next Sunday, of course, we are eschewing football. I'm hoping to start about 10:30 a.m. next Sunday, and we're going to baseball it all the way through, afternoon, evening, night. Of course, I'm going to if I got to go grab dinner, I'll put on an MLB The Show game, or Ernie Harwell game, or old time baseball, something like that, so I can at least go do things like nature calling and that. And I hope you guys enjoy. I'm looking forward to it too, Derek. I can't wait. This is awesome. I think a lot of people are going to be really chuffed to listen, because you are, again, I mean, this is nothing. I mentioned you last night, and it's so cool that you're here. But I mean, for everybody to see this in the work, and I'm just talking about the website, I haven't even touched on the books here. All of this is in here, and the books, I mean, $22.99 is, I mean, for something that you're just going to read, you're going to let yourself get into this amazing rabbit hole. Derek is an excellent writer. Also, subscribe to his channel. A lot of great stuff here, man. This just makes me want to play forever, man. I'm sure Derek wouldn't mind, but we'll see if we can. Let's share at least. Maybe we can share one video. And I mean, I'm not at 1,000 subscribers, so I don't think YouTube's gonna ding me for this. So let me switch up my sound here for a minute, so you guys can get a taste here of one of these videos. All right, good stuff. I believe Derek also is a pocket pennant runner, Paul. So there you go. I think Derek knows about every damn baseball game out there. Now, that being said, Derek, I need a tutorial on how to make ballparks for baseball for Windows, because it just absolutely eludes me. I'm ashamed to admit it, but it does. I found somebody's instructions in the Delphi forums, and I followed them, and it didn't work. And it's like, I just need a few ballparks. All right, let's see what we got here, guys. Let me make sure I've got everything set right, so that you guys can, because I don't want anything echoing in your ears or anything like that. See what a nice fella I am? All right, there we go. All right, let's do this. Let's back this up a little bit, because this is flying through kind of quickly, just so you guys can see what's on offer here. Okay. So Harwell Architects examines the trades, free agent acquisitions, draft picks, and other transactions for the 30 Major League Baseball franchises, divided into a 2-volume set, one for the American League, one for the National League. So American League published in July of 2020, and the National League in April of 2022. All key moves are scrutinized for every team, and sabermetric principles are applied to the roster construction throughout the lifetime of the organization to encapsulate the hits and misses by front office executives. The opening chapter is devoted to the evolution of the general manager, incorporates discussions with former GMs Fred Clare of the Dodgers and Mike Porter of the Angels and Red Sox, along with current Red GM Nick Kroll, on a variety of front office topics. So you're not just getting this just some dude who games perspective. He's talking to people in Major League Baseball. And, you may ask yourself, well, what does this have to do with digital baseball gaming? What has everything to do with it? Because when you're creating leagues and you want to understand sort of those inside things that we baseball fans aren't normally privy to, this is a great resource. So Derek says he doesn't think he bought it much with the ballparks and baseball. Yeah, so I have a ton of ballparks for it, but it's just it drives me almost to distraction that Riverfront is conspicuously missing, and it's like, because it's weird. Like getting the image is easy. It's just a bitmap. You take a JPEG, rename it to a BMP, and then you rename that right to a DIB file, device. What's it called? Something. I forget. It's a DIB file. It's a convention that Windows really doesn't use anymore. But the weird thing is working out the nomenclature and how things work as far as setting up the things in the text files, and everything's got to match in a certain way and whatever. And even painstakingly following the directions, there's still a step I'm missing because I can't. The ballpark's listed, but it won't load, and it's like, damn it. And it's like, okay, I get it if you don't have Palace of the Fans, but you don't have Riverfront. I mean, Three Rivers is there. The Vet is there. All those concrete ashtrays from the 1970s. Anyhow, let's go ahead and let this play through. Okay, so here you go. Team performances are analyzed based on transaction type with graphs depicting the wins above replacement in every decade. So imagine if you're just strictly a season replayer, right? And you don't even do the what if stuff. What a fantastic resource that you have already broken into decades. It's just amazing. So I'm not going to read all this, obviously, because there's lots. I'll just, if you guys want to screenshot that, go ahead. Just pause it later on and screenshot it. We'll go ahead. Got that little riff going there. It's nice. Individual results for each player transaction are charted over the duration of their stint with the franchise. So, I mean, this is stuff that we're not going to find even in the deeper, right, like all-encompassing baseball simulations, right? Or to do this kind of research, right? So you could do, an Out of the Park Baseball, which has a lot, Action PC, a lot. And of course, you can go on Baseball Reference if you wanted to, but the work's done for you already. And I'm not even sure Baseball Reference has some of this, to be honest with you, or, maybe StatHead does. I don't know, but the work's done. There we go. We need the lead. Win shares per season. Again, screen cap if you want, right? Let me do this. Derek says, shout out to, oh man, where will we be without Retro Sheet? Yep. For their transaction based Sean Layman database, Baseball Reference, Baseball Gauge, which, oh my God. Yeah, and Bill James, among others. So, Derek, interesting you should mention Baseball Gauge. I used to visit that site like just crazy. And so I had this idea, Baseball Gauge, was like, okay, I'm going to create the quote unquote all-star games and I was going to start like 1901. So from 1901 to 1932. And, it was, one of those things is like, yep, I'm going to get to that, but I've got these other things I want to get out of the way first because I'm thinking Baseball Gauge is going to be around forever. And one sad day, and was it late 2019 or early 2020, whenever it was, the Baseball Gauge was gone. And so there's parts of the Baseball Gauge that are in Baseball Reference, but it's not all there yet. And that was a great site. Even featured it on this channel. If you want to go back and waste a little bit of time, it would be like late 2019 or something like that. That was a great site. And so sad that one's gone. because that kind of completed. So for the three big websites, well, and of course, Retro Sheet and some of the others that we've shown here, Back to Baseball, which is an amazing research site as well. But for me, the trifecta was Baseball Reference, Baseball Almanac, and we're just talking about it right here, Baseball Gauge. It's just incredible. And I don't know why it's taking so long, Baseball Reference, to do it, but hopefully the whole thing will be incorporated. Yeah, right. So Derek talking about, he says, try several times without luck to ask Baseball Reference to incorporate win shares into their site. Hopefully they do, because I know we've a few people one night in one of our broadcasts, Derek, we were talking about stats and the things that were missing in Baseball Reference. For amazing as a resource as it is, there are still some things that need to be there. But look at this, guys. Like we're just looking here at the Dodgers. Just the Dodgers, all right? And by year, look at this. Dodgers top transaction losses and gains by win shares. You can see there's Jackie Robinson, Duke Snyder, there's Preacher Rowe, and all this is broken down. This is what's there in these books. And you can see why it needs to be a 2-volume set. Here you go. Look, you get all-time rosters. You get 4 subsets. You want to get in. You want to get your hands dirty. Here it is, man. Again, Derek's done the job for you. So each roster includes 5 starting pitchers, 5 relievers, 8 starters, 1 for every defensive position, and 7 reserves and offenses determined by player transactions with the highest average win shares. The average win shares are calculated based on transactions, years of service for each player divided into the total win shares for each transaction. For players having 5 or more transactions, years of service, the average from the 5 highest win shares totals during the transaction period is utilized. So, for example, Andrew McCutchen, yay, Andrew, all right, top 5 season for the Bucks, 2011 to 2015, add up to 164.6 win shares, which equates to a win share average of 32.93. Similarly, Jason Kendall's 5 highest win share totals with the Bucks from 97 to 98, 2000, and 2003 and 4, sum to 115.2 win shares, or a win save average of 23.04. So, and you can look in here, and this is just great. This is some Pittsburgh Pirates here. So again, what a great resource. So this has everything to do with digital, even with your season replays and stuff like that. You can kind of go in and just go as deep as you want. Again, I'll stop this just for a screen cap. Actually, what I'll do so that the guitar is nice, but I'm sure it's freaking people out, off, on. So, okay, again, screen cap. You can use the window snipping tool, use green shot, whatever. Go ahead and grab it. So, again, wallow text means lots of great information. Good stuff. So you got to remember, guys, there's so much in this book. So this video is 1 minute and 32 seconds, and we're just getting little screenshots. So think about what you're getting into here. It's great. Just great. Okay, should be enough for screen capping. Again, you can go back and do it. You even got World Series winners versus league average by transaction types. You know, everybody talks about wins above replacement and all those types of things. Well, again, this work is amazing. So Derek isn't just some random gamer, and I think it's cool talking. You know, really sitting down with the GMs of baseball clubs. And there we go, Callie Ryden, cool stuff. And hopefully, again, I'm too small to get a copyright strike, but boink. There we go, guys. And then there's more. There's way, way more here. I think this one here. Let's look at one more. I love it. I love the the Commodore 64 thing. There's that this game here from Sublogic. I recognize that. You could buy ballparks for it. Baseball games from Commodore, and just looking, it's just reminding me too. Again, the internet, and I'm not part of them, but the Internet Archive guys, if you can, shoot them $10 because they're they were down for a while. They're sort of back up. Great resource for so many things. And one of the things that you can do with the Internet Archive is without using emulators, you can play a lot of these games again right in your browser. So, and it's a great resource for anything. I mean, what price knowledge, right? So $10. I give them a little bit of money here and there, and you'd think I was giving them like, Balmoral Castle or whatever. So look for the Derek Bain thing coming up in the coming weeks. Again, depending upon Derek's schedule, I always like to work around that and get you guys in here and kind of let Derek have the floor and have fun. Yeah, there you go. Pure Stat Baseball by Sublogic. Remember that. Yep, that was cool. It was back in the day, and all these baseball games. I mean, Earl Weaver, all of them, right? They evolved. They became right. So the games that we play today digitally, Out of the Park Baseball, which is fantastic. Action PCs, amazing game. But coming from these wonderful, wonderful games, even SSI, like I said, they got into the fray, right? Strategic, what was it? Strategic studies, whatever they were called. I forget, but they start out like doing war games. They got into Dungeons and Dragons, but SSI computer baseball. I'm not, there's the tutorial, and here's all kinds. There's Derek. He's checking out. He says, "You talking to me?" Good stuff. Strategic simulations. There we go. Hey, there's D. Scott Howard. So D. Scott Howard, we have a very special impromptu celebrity here. So we're going to be doing a chat with him some night here about baseball simulations. Guys, there's all kinds of archives here. Just pick one at random here. Let's do, if they're working. There we go. I was misclicking. I do that a lot. Story of my life. Anyhow. So again, Derek's Facebook page, or the Hardball Retrospective, I should rather say, is here. I've put the link in the chat. I'm going to pop it in there one more time for you outlaws so that you have it. Like and follow, guys. It's good stuff. Doesn't cost anything but a mouse click. So here we are on March 2024. All right. Look at all the stuff here that you can check in on and stuff like that. He talks about his methodology for Hardball Retro, all kinds of stuff. This is not only, I think, for the baseball gamer, it's for the serious baseball fan, certainly. So there we go. So we started with an Ernie Harwell game. And we ended up having a good little one-sided chat right now with Derek. But I promise, guys, it's going to be a great experience. So, you got some folks out there. And again, this is not about building my channel. It's not. It's our community. And I think a lot of people will have a great time and benefiting from what Derek has to talk about. And again, this man is the authority on retro baseball gaming. This is the man for digital baseball gaming and handhelds. My interest, of course, being the computer part of it. I never played a lot of handheld baseball games, but yeah, cool. So he says, Derek says, I also want to thank his co-author. Yeah, we've got to thank John Roccanelli, who provided the electronic baseball handheld content, Nate Edwards, who shared a list of Japanese baseball video games. So yeah, absolutely. Love to get everybody on. I'd love to get all three, man. Get John on here, get Nate on here. It'd be a blast. So Tape Saturator says, I wish Pursue the Pendant's DOS version was still available. Could only find a demo. It would be cool to see how the engine compares to the more modern Diamond Mine baseball. Good point. Discussion panel, Derek. Exactly. You make a good point there, Tape Saturator. And the thing about, and I love Diamond Mine baseball. I do. I'm hoping that at some point they'll kind of get out of sort of maintenance mode. I mean, they're kind of releasing seasons. That's also a baseball game that, again, you guys know. Bring it up here for a second. This is turning into a chin wag. Is it beautiful? Is it attractive? Is it out of the park baseball? No. Is it an excellent baseball game? Without a doubt. We'll just right now I have the I don't know what I have. Oh, this is the All-Time Great Players Volume 2 loaded up. So I'm not going to play a game, but we're just going to jump into one here really, really quickly. So Cardinals Pirates, right? Just see what the game looks like. And so I think the Diamond Mine baseball is proof positive that you don't need amazing, sexy graphics to have a great baseball sim. And of course, you can manage in this game and everything like that. I just have this set at CPU. As you guys know, we use this in our baseball chin wags for people to have something to watch. This game has the play-by-play in this game is incredible. The game's very, very easy to use. If you play action PC baseball, you can jump right in this game and know what you're doing. Great game. Great game. But they do seem to be, they haven't updated the all-time great players stuff in a while, but they have some great products on their site. Of course, there's a lot of, past seasons and stuff like that. And what's really cool is they've allowed the community to do, you can download for free all the baseball seasons from 1871 to 1925 or 6, whatever. I'd have to look in my directory. A lot of great stuff from Diamond Mine baseball. So yeah, you bring up a great point there, Tape Saturator. Be fun. I've only ever seen a demo of it too. So, but it's a great baseball game. Unfortunately, to use a show business term, it doesn't play well. And I don't mean in the game sense, but I mean that if I would start doing this right now, I would just be basically reading the play-by-play. But excellent baseball game. This was at one time, the baseball game that places like Elias Sports Bureau and ESPN and others used to predict seasons and stuff like that. It was Diamond Mine baseball and still has a very loyal following. And I'm one of those people. There's no sound in this game. There's no animation. This is kind of like watching baseball for Windows. No commentary, no crowd, no anything. But a fantastic baseball sim. So Derek says, and welcome in, Sean. Derek says hasn't played a lot of the current Diamond Mine version, but I think the engine is fairly similar, he says, to the DOS product. So that's helpful. That is very helpful. Sean says, with how they don't try to make it look sexier, tells me they don't really care about their game. They do. That's the thing. They do. There's a lot of there's a lot of things that went on with Diamond Mine baseball that kind of sort of put it into this, where they haven't made a lot of innovations. Like, so one thing they've done is there's an Android slash iPad, iPhone version that allows you to play a team in history against another team in history. It uses logos. It actually has sound, has ambient stadium sounds. But when you look on their website, there's no mention of it. And the problem with it, and I, I've reached out to them and gotten no answer, but I think because it is a kind of maintenance mode thing, I've told them, I said, look, you have all these intrusive ads. It's like every 3 at bats on the, on the Android version or whatever. I've got to go to your website. So why not just be creative and sell me the game? I'll buy it. Send me to your website. You know what? I bought Out of the Park Go, right? So the game is $9.95 for an extra $20. You get every season from 1901 to 2024. I'll pay $30 for your baseball game, Diamond Mind, your Android version. But all the ads do is the Android version serves to get people to buy this game. And again, it's a good game. So Sean, I would say this. They do care about their game. This is a solid baseball engine. I think it's a question of resources. But I would tell you that this has a fiercely loyal community. It really, really does. So, well, no, I get that, but Diamond Mine, if they would let me buy it, take out the ads, it's actually really cool. It's cool. It's so nice. But and since we're on the subject, so Derek says he interviewed Tom Tippett and Lance Hafner for his book. They both indicated the gameplay was much more important than the graphics. Amen. So while I love Out of the Park because it's got great gameplay, I also love it because the graphics are excellent. They really, really are. I think the big draw for MLB The Show, obviously, is the graphics. But I've done season replays with this thing. I've done all kinds of things, and this game is eerie at how good it is. So, and there, I'm not showing it here, but there's a plethora of options here for managing all kinds of stuff that you can do. And again, a really, really good community. What can I say? Again, Sean, and this is not, I'm not disagreeing with you. It is, though, play what you love, right? And that's it. And if this if this game doesn't attract you just because of its bare bones nature, that's legit. That being said, there are mods out here for this game, so I could replace Three River Stadium here with a sort of photograph kind of thing of that would be sort of similar to Action PC Baseball. But with this game, I really don't find any need to do it. I'm happy with this because I think where they've put their is the play-by-play, which again is incredible. First few innings, it's not going to be too exciting, but as the game goes on, you see how great the play-by-play is in Diamond Mine Baseball. It's just incredible, So, but again, the field looks bluish because it's again partially. I don't know how it's coming through on my monitor, but this is an artificial turf. But if we go to an old ballpark, so let's go ahead and exit this game, and I'm going to change databases here so you can see. This is one of their premier products. Is this all-time great players because it comes with 2 per, right? So they split the players up before 1968 and after. Hang on one sec, okay, guys? Be right back. Sorry, had to take the girlfriend call there for a sec. So you know about that. But I think that for me, gameplay. I mean, right. So let's look at a non-baseball game, for instance. Go on Steam and look at a game called Low Magic Age, or look at Tales of Maj'El. Right, not sexy graphics, but probably two of the most deep D&D type games you could ever play. Or look at the free Battle for Westnoth. It's legendary. Let me go to volume 1 anyhow, because I want to show others that might be just curious. So now we're going to look at something that would be back in old-timey days. Let's pick a game. There we go. So the A's and I believe this will be the Highlanders. We're not going to play it, so don't get alarmed. Okay, and boom. And boom. There we go. Nice green field there. And this is, of course, way pre-Yankee Stadium. I don't know. Again, man, it's all up to what you like and what you don't. I'm fine with it. I like the aesthetic, actually. It's so retro. It's so retro. That's why I like it. What can I say, man? They do have a very quick splash screen. It's only on there for a few seconds, but there is one. But yeah, there we go. So that goes deeper into how the engine works. So I think while I was talking, I missed something. So he says, so back to your tape saturator, says simple graphics, no bothering, Diamond Baseball. Works great as it is. Yep, and there's a lot of depth to the engine. Yeah, and the manual is great. The manual is great. By the time you go through it, you'll be surprised at what you can do. And again, even this is hearkening back to the old style help files in Windows. And this is something that maybe Derek at some point, when we have him on, might talk about. But look, you got all kinds of tutorials, how to navigate databases. This is super important for Diamond Mine, because depending upon whether you're doing a homebrew or you're doing something from Imagine Sports, you definitely want to be able to do this, because migrating and installing and importing and whatever, it's all different. The organizer is such an incredibly powerful tool. And so you've got a nice search engine there, and crazy good. So yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, tape saturator, on this game. So anyhow, we don't want Sean to go blind. We don't want you to go blind, Sean. So we'll just go ahead and jump out of this. Again, horses for courses, right? One more thing, though, for you guys to do, if you ever do pick this up and you get the all-time great players volumes 1 and 2, what you get are these players are already on teams, but not just one league, you get 2. So, and these are all different. So, like for the older franchises like the Pirates, the Phillies, whatever, you're going to have 5, 6 different versions, sometimes 7 different versions. So you'll be able to play some really super interesting mix them up, match them up ball games, and just great stuff. What can I say? what about your so you're talking about so there should be, but there isn't. But it's a good game. It's a good game. And I'll just bring up this little splash screen for pocket pennant runs, so we're not looking at gray as we get ready to close this out here. I got to hook up with Paul here. I got to message him on Facebook about pocket pennant run stuff, just what's coming up in that. But here's another game when we talk about graphics. This is not, in fact, this is no insult at all to Craig Harrison and Matt McKeever at all. But you compare this to what we just saw, right? Even though this has the most massive database of any of the baseball games out there, right? You guys know, right? So compare what you saw to this, and this time we'll throw up some dead ball, baby. We'll throw up some dead ball here. So 1906, baby. We got to get some Chicago Cubs up here, right? Bam, and we'll have them play the 19. So now we'll have them play the 1894 Baltimore Orioles. Ned Hanlon, Foxy Ned Hanlon's crew. Yeah. There we go. Adam, do I want pitchers hit? Of course I do. Of course, who's going to start here? Let's start Jack Feaster, the Giant Killer. Change his fatigue to 9, because I might just play this once I end the broadcast. That's why I'm doing this. And Sadie McMahon, I'm going to give him a 9 too, because these guys were paid to pitch 9, and they did. So there you go. Graphically, there's a lot going on this screen as well, right? All the players are, they're facing the same way and all that kind of malarkey. But so what? For me, very, very playable game. I can, position these. Actually, these guys don't need to be repositioned. Thanks to Paul for his great tutorial on fielder positioning in this game. If I cared about graphics, I wouldn't give this game a second look. But it plays a great game of baseball, especially when you play with warming up pitchers and you play the advanced fielding rules and stuff. It's a great game of baseball, and it's offering a great challenge to the two established dinosaurs out there. But this is no more sexy. It's nice looking to me, but it's no more sexy than Diamond Mine Baseball at all. So it's what you like, right? It is what you like. Yeah. So you are absolutely right. And yeah, the logo's beautiful. Way to go. I don't know if it was Matt or Craig that designed it or they used AI to do it. That's a great logo. I agree with you, Sean. I do. I said, so what he's talking about is triples, right? Doesn't show triples. Now, interestingly enough, it will track triples in your game. But yeah, when you go into the stat search, I really don't want to have to jump out of this, but I can. Triples aren't there. There's some statistical categories. Some of them are placeholders, like OPS plus. There's none. It will show. But I'm guessing that's something that Craig's going to add in later. But triples are conspicuously missing when you're doing stat searches in here. And I don't know why that is. And I've been talking about that since the very first iteration of version 3. No triples. I'm like, wow. Sam Crawford says, gee, you forgot about me. So, yeah. This is, well, I don't know. Again, Sean, I'm going to, politely, as we do, we agree to disagree. This is not just an add-on app. It's not. I mean, what this software can do. It's not just playing pocket pennant run on here. It's way more than that. And they're giving it away, right? You buy the game for $15 and you get this massive database and create whatever you want, just like you can in other baseball games. Giving it away. Derek Bain talking about, he says, you mentioned Digital Diamond Baseball. Yes. How about it? So shout out to Mark Cohen. He says, great game, extremely customizable, and amazing customer service. And this is one guy doing it. Derek, I don't know. I've been playing it since version 3. I don't do it a lot on my channel, but I do play it offline. I love it. The sounds are a little grating, but I love the game. And yeah. And in March, so next month it releases, and Status Pro Baseball will be its own choice. So you won't have so right now you could use use it as a board game companion, but you still got to, play out either in the, which it's a good engine, by the way, in Digital Diamond Baseball. I really think it's a very good engine. But you would have, so if you're playing APBA, you'd play everything else in Digital Diamond. But now you've got a way where you can do a season replay, playing Status Pro natively in Digital Diamond Baseball and playing out your season also in Status Pro. So I'm hoping, since APBA never did things like, trademarking their formulas and such the way Strat did, that maybe at some point Mark might consider incorporating something like National Pastime Next Generation Plus, or one of the many APBA clones that are out there. Be awesome. Yeah. All right, man. That's okay. I hope your stomach gets better. Hope everything gets better, buddy. No worries, no worries. And again, I'm not here to argue at all. I just think that what they've created, certainly, I'll say this, and this is for everybody else in here. If I would bring up an earlier version of this, which I will, maybe we'll do a side-by-side comparison at some point. Originally, this was basically kind of a resource. You couldn't play the game in here or anything like that. And if you look back on Dave Gardner's channel, he actually took all the player ratings and put them into Digital Diamond Baseball. And Digital Diamond Baseball even has syntax from this game built into it, which is really, really nice. But now this has become a way to, all the way to, if you want to play pocket pennant run baseball this way, you can. If you just want this to do score sheets, you can. You want it to be a board game companion, it can do that. You want it for doing some quick research, you can do that. So I do think that going hand in hand with the physical baseball game, you just want to create cards. Well, you've got it, man. You never have to pay any more than that initial investment. And I love that. These guys aren't getting rich from it. So, yeah, how about it, Derek? So many choices and not enough time to play them all. And again, I mean, looking at your hardball retrospective, my God. I mean, just on the back cover there, right? There's just 45 screenshots, 45 games. And that does, it's, and that's not covering everything, obviously, and all the things you can do. And then you're able to write these huge books, having to split them up for National and American League. And that's okay, man. It's the platinum age of baseball simulation. No more golden age, man. We're in the platinum age. Love it. So, guys, good little baseballing going on here today. I'll probably play this offline since I did this. Frank Chance ready to go up against Sadie McMahon here, the 1906 Cubs, hosting the 1894 Baltimore Orioles. I don't know, man. If this isn't their main focus, I mean, it is a companion, but it does it. I don't know. I guess maybe it's just semantics. I don't think it's a mere addition. This is pretty robust. The fact that you can do a lot with this. But I just wanted to touch on the graphics thing at all. There's no real player photos in here. I hear through the grapevine that might be something down the road. Every ballpark looks alike. At least, Diamond Mine, the parks at least look different. But I don't care. Does it play well? Absolutely does. And that's what attracts me. Horses for courses, man. There's Wee Willie. All right, guys. I think we'll shut it down again. So glad to take some time today to sort of introduce you to just scratching the proverbial tip of the iceberg of Derek Bain's fantastic work. So you're a serious baseball fan. If you're a cards and dice guy and you don't play any digital baseball, I still suggest Derek's work. Fantastic stuff. You're a serious baseball fan. It's for you also. You're somebody that wants to dig deeper into the virtually infinite, space that is baseball. It's for you. If you're a digital baseball gamer, not only are you getting history, you're getting so much else. And guys, this was not pre-planned. I mentioned last night on the broadcast, I said, geez, I'd love to have Derek Bain. I wonder if I could reach out to him for a chat sometime. And he shows up today. So it's meant to be, dudes. It's meant to be. You are so welcome, Derek. He says, it's a half century worth of baseball video games out there to be explored. Amen, brother. Amen. And deserve to be played. Some of them are weird, like the Epics one. What was the Epic Superstar Baseball or something? So for the longest time, I'm playing hardball, right? And so hardball had a great fielding system, except for the weird thing that if you wanted to try to throw a runner out at the bases, you were better off throwing to the catcher. That was a weird little thing. And the Tommy Euler curveball was unhittable. But anyhow, it was a fun game. Friends of mine and I, we played the crap out of hardball retro, or hardball, the first hardball. Fake teams, You had 18 players, right? 9 on a team, and you could bring in relievers, whatever. Put out by Accolade, 1985 maybe, I think that game. I don't know. Played it on emulators. Played it like crazy, and had so much fun with it. So, I would have never dreamed that games like Out of the Park Baseball or like this or like Diamond Mind or Digital Diamond, those were games I dreamed of when I was playing games like this. Or not games like this, but games like Micro League Baseball. That was like, wow, And I mean, seeing the little play-by-play in Micro League Baseball was awesome. It was awesome, man. And now it's almost something, we take for granted. I mean, I would have lost my absolute, I have lost my sanity. Had something like, Baseball for Windows, right? If that had come along, if computers were a little bit more advanced just 10 years earlier, what the gaming landscape would look like. Yeah. So anyhow, Epic's World's Greatest Baseball Game. So I got so used to the fielding, right? So joystick to the right is first base, up is second, left is third, right? Well, Epic's, it's not like that. Third base is at the top of the screen. First base is at the bottom of the screen. And right, so second obviously to the right. So cardinal directions are changed. And, so there'd be a base hit. I'm on defense. Ball's going to third, right? And what am I doing? I'm pushing the joystick to the left, or ball's hit out towards second. And I'm pushing the joystick up toward third. And I could never get like kinesthetically, I couldn't get the kind of, separation from hardball and then the kinesiology that I needed for the World's Greatest Baseball Game from Epix. But it was a nice game. It was a nice game nonetheless. So that is it, guys. So this was a big introduction, as it turned out to be. And we were coming up in 2 hours. So since we did 4 hours last night, that's a lot. So I do want to thank Derek, not only for coming in today, but for also agreeing to, and very, very soon, within a couple weeks, hopefully we can do this, to get him on here to talk about baseball sims. Buckle up, bring your questions. I'm sure Derek will be cool with that. Strikes me as the kind of guy that he's obviously, you put this kind of work in, you're enthusiastic, you love what you do. And the people that I admire are people that just have this passion for what they do. So Derek, thank you. Sean, always a treat to have you here. Tape Saturator, one more, man, and you get yourself a wrench. So thanks for coming in. Tape Saturator, another Diamond Mine fan. Yay. There's always room for Diamond Mine. MV stopped in for a little bit. Truth Hurts Wilkie was with us. Software tester and good friend. FAC Sports Desk with Paul, our Scouser, who is in Cyprus, doing great tutorials on this game on Pocket Pennant Run. Don't miss them. In fact, I have to go back and review his Team Management Part 2 tutorial. So I guess we pretty much got everybody. Hfield 07 was in here, I think first time in the channel, pretty much, if I'm not mistaken. So until the next time, which might be this evening, we might be making a return tonight to, I think, maybe Out of the Park Baseball. I don't know. We've been playing so much Pure Sim and people are liking it, but just to return to some other games, give them some love to get ready for next Sunday. All right. See you around the batting cage, gents, and keep baseballing, because football is, well, just football. Blah. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.